Okay. All right. So today we'll do something special since it's 1 week prior to the Vietnamese Women's Day. So first of all, on behalf of all the movement, which includes Ryan, Eddie, and me, Felix, we, and also a special guest for today's episode, Marina. We want to say,
Hi.
let's go!
Hello.
Wow.
Eh,
Hey, we got a
fine.
guest now.
Well,
Like,
so all of us want to say thank you to all girls and ladies, or bi and lesbians as well, because we appreciate you all. Without you, let's go.
That
Hey.
sounds perverted, but okay.
Well, without you, the world would be so boring and monotonous. Yeah. So, let's shake this conversation with some woman power. So, the first question is, who is the most important woman you think to yourself? It could be anyone, your mom, well, someone that is special, and some public advocates as well. Yeah. And
All right. How about we let our guest answer this
Oh my
one?
god.
great idea.
That seems so forced, man. Come on.
I mean, I don't think anyone can answer anything differently than your mother. Like, seriously? Like, I'm pretty sure everyone is thinking of their mother. Like, do I say? Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
What do I say?
Well,
Right.
you could say anything. Well, how about your sister? I think you are very close to her. I think.
No, not really. She went studying abroad and like lived there since I was like in kindergarten or something. So not really close there.
Ah,
Yeah, probably closest to my mom.
ah. So, why do you think she is important to you? Well, anything that you can share with us?
I don't think this is to me specifically, but we all know that mother is the person who like gave birth to us. Like 9 months of torture
Ah,
and pregnancy. Yeah, that and yeah, she took care of us and she loved us unconditionally.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the quarrels as well. Man, I miss that.
The amount like mother gave us like 9 free months of rent free. So
Free food.
respect, mom.
Let's go. Well, as Marina said to us that it's the most special woman that we all know is our mother, and well, undoubtedly that's the most genuine and truthful thing that I've ever heard. And yeah, I agree with that. So today, I want to tell you guys a story about Rosa Parks. Anyone knows about her?
Nah,
Rosa.
never heard of it.
Not really.
No. No, mate.
Yeah. So basically, Rosa Parks changed the world by sitting on the bus. Pretty cool, right?
What?
Wait.
No.
Oh, I remember her.
Yeah,
I-
just simple as that. So the story behind this is pretty interesting, and I want to share it to you guys. So it's the 1st of December in 1951. Rosa Parks, an African American, well, take note of this because it will explain why she did things later on, was riding on the bus back home in Alabama. Let's go. Little did she know that day would change history. Yeah. So, 1951, it's a it's a rough era for all black people. So they have to face racism and ostracism from the whites, and there and there's a rule, an unofficial rule. Wait, an official rule, yeah. That was filed by the Constitution that all black people must move to the back seats of the bus, and the top seats are only for white people. Yeah. So on the 1st of December 1951, so Rosa Parks and other 3 black people were riding on the bus, and they sit in the top one. So following the standard practice, the bus driver must ask them to move to the back seat. So this is where the story becomes interesting. The three people who accompanied Rosa Parks, yeah, they all stand up and decide to move, but Rosa Parks don't. She didn't move.
Racism
Yeah. It's a
denied.
big middle finger to all the white people at that time. And
That's like a programmer move
yeah, I
right
agree.
there.
So yeah, and so because she acted against the rule, the bus driver called the police to arrest Parks. So, well, she said this: "I would like to know for once and for all what rights I had as a human being and a citizen of Montgomery, Alabama. People always say that I didn't give up my seat because I was tired, but that isn't true. I was not tired physically, or no more tired than I usually was at the end of the working day. No, the only tired I was tired of giving in." Yeah, like what Rosa Parks did. Basically, give a voice to all black people, and not just living with accepting the I don't know. Well, it's just unfair, and yeah, it's not good for them. So yeah, she denied the humiliation from the white people, and she's one of the biggest advocate against racism. Yeah, it's really cool.
No, like truly, like it's really galvanizing to see mm, a black woman standing up for her people in that time of America when not only are black people like being disrespected, like being treated differently, but especially women in general, because
Yeah.
I still need to say that.
I mean, like it's kind of amazing how the ones like starting to stand up, it's a woman, not a man, because like you know how every fight usually starts with a man, and then historians will call them like bravery, courage, and all that. But this one starts with a woman, and we all know how back in the days people were like, I don't know, prioritizing men. So
I don't think
Yeah,
it's like
and
it's like a
a
different.
fun fact is,
What?
like I understand
okay, Eddie.
What?
like in the past men was prioritized before the women, but like in the era we are talking about, I don't think that is the case anymore because it seems that both men and women are at the same level at that time already. Because you can see
Really?
a lot in.
I thought racism comes before sexism did. Okay.
I think there are sexism. Yes, I agree. There are some sexism, but not as much. Not as much as before.
But it is still a memorable moment to talk about today.
I agree. Like, even though like sexism isn't like that bad at the time, it's still quite monumental to see a woman standing up for her people. To be honest, because when you think of strength of at that time, do you really think of woman? Like, is your first thought gonna be about woman?
Yeah, like to have that much courage to stand up against the whole government thingy.
Yeah, like truly is quite amazing to see a woman being so strong and powerful.
Yeah, I agree. And a fun fact is that of the 4 black people who is asked to move, Rosa Parks and the 3 others. There's Rosa Parks and the 3 others are all men, are all black men. Only Rosa Parks is the only one who stands up. Yeah.
Yeah, that really emphasized her power and her courage and all that. Yeah, really just boosts her up and really defines her, like, name, her fame. Wait, no, like, defines her as an incredible ideal we're looking after. Wait, oh no, I forgot English.
Me
oh
too,
no.
I can't English.
Wait.
I'm dying.
Yes, I'm dying. Okay, no dying on Woman Days, guys.
But to be honest, like if I was one of those 3 men, I would definitely move. I'm not that strong. I don't want any trouble, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, I'm scared of being arrested and all that too.
Which is why I have like more respect for her, cause she stand her ground against the white superior forces.
Yeah, the courage to do something that we all couldn't, like, imagine standing up to a whole society.
Oh. Yeah, but and she really put the ground for people who stand against sexism and racism as a whole. Yeah, it's the pioneers like this that the world is changed.
Bro, why you always using like different words like pioneers?
Yeah.
I feel like you're the philosopher one out of the bunch, to be honest. Like out of the 3 episodes we did.
Like honestly, when you invite me here, all I can say is that women are great. Like, women are great. I cannot think of anything other than that.
Felix, the big brain philosopher of the group.
Oh, and well, I guess we'll move on. So, Marina, as a woman in today's world, do you think there's anything that needs to be changed? Anything that are too old-fashioned? And are there, any prejudices like on women that still stands to this day?
Now this is where the video gets interesting.
Oh no.
Just share your thoughts.
Well, the world in general, I'm thinking like they're building feminism, right? And it's still developing. It didn't reach its climax yet. Not that I think of, but it is developing. It is evolving. Wait, no,
Yeah.
So like But then again, in general places, people still standardize men over women, and women is often used as like
Oh.
housewives. Yeah, they marry them for like child, for like giving birth and all that stuff, and yeah, it is still very unfair for some places, and I don't think like they have the opportunity to open their eyes and like discover how feminism has affected the whole world, and it really balanced out the equality between men
Yeah.
and women. Wait, hang on, I forgot my idea. Wait, although like feminism is great, but like I think this is something in my opinion that like in that big group of feminism there appears like a small side where they take feminism like too seriously.
I know.
Not
I
too
understand.
seriously, but like over the top, and then like how everyone would prioritize men over women, it's now how everyone would prioritize women over men, and they would take like feminism as an excuse, and I don't know, like it's something
Yeah.
in my opinion.
What are like how do you feel about them though? Like the pro-
No, like I think that they're like a little childish. I think like I don't know, I feel like they have that side, like they would just follow feminism because of the trend on
Oh.
society.
Well,
Because
true,
yeah.
true. I
Because like you know the whole concept of feminism is to make
Equal.
men and women
Yeah,
equal
that's
to each
true.
other.
Yeah.
It's not
true.
to like to boost women over men. It's just to prove that they are equal. And yeah, it just gained women's right. It's not like lowering the men priority and stuff. So yeah.
Like I see where you're going here, but wouldn't you agree that there will be a better side of feminism, like saying,
There's,
other women?
I mean, feminism have developed a lot over the centuries. Like, looking back, like far back, it's how women started from being like slaves to men. Like, you know how they would say when we're young, we would like listen, like we would obey our father. When we grow old, we obey our husband, and when we get older, we obey our son. Something like
yeah,
that.
especially in the
And,
Eastern culture.
It is like
Yeah, the Eastern
We-
culture.
yeah, we gained equality over the time, and it still shows today. Like
Li-
for example, how like women are still fighting to, I don't know if this is called sensitive, but it's something that we should talk about. Like how today women are fighting to like go outside without their bra. That's a serious problem. But like we are still fighting for little things in life. Feminism is
Yeah.
still going on.
Do you feel like that's like something that like woman I feel like a pervert talking about this, but do you feel like woman going out with bra is like a uh is like a symbol of inequality, or do you feel like it's something that like is
I mean,
an
this-
etiquette like
Yeah, it's this topic is like something you gotta realize over the time, because at first I was like, women going without bra, that's just inappropriate. But
yeah
like yeah, but like over the time, just like you gotta look at all the good and bad sides, and you gotta realize though, like going without bra is something like really good for your health, because like bra really
wait
like
what
increase, yeah, really, bra increase the chance of
Oh.
breast cancer. And
wow
some people like actually like they want the like a breast to be, I don't know, like thick looking, I don't know, and so they often choose tight bra over loose
Yeah.
ones
Wow.
so that their breast stays in shape, and it's really bad for your health. So like it is a big advantage over your health. And if you're talking about etiquette, come to think of it, like the only reason women wear bra is to hide their nipples. And to think of it, men also have nipples.
Yeah, I know,
like,
right? Like biologically
what's
saying.
the thing that's different between? Yeah, like what's the thing that's different between a man and a woman's breast?
No, like, but I'm thinking that
No, like because everyone is thinking that women should be wearing bra and considering bra as an etiquette because that concept has been built over the time for so long. Like it's already existed back in the days. So it really is something to get our minds. It's really something that it's hard to get our minds off. And
Yeah,
so
and like it's
you can consider like it's a hard and a big deal. It's like as large as fighting sexism at that time. Yeah,
Wow, I never think about it that way. Like,
I know when I was introduced to that topic, I was surprised too. But I think everyone should really get educated about that.
Eddie, like, what did you
like
want to
I'm
add about it?
thinking that I would say that wearing bras should not be considered etiquette, but should be considered as something that helps women in their life, because like they have much more mass on the chest, so they will have a lot of
I don't think that's how it works, man. But
like in their life, like trying to carry
no, like
them.
wearing a bra is like you're hiding your nipples and you're like making your bra in a good shape, like in a somewhat shape that looks,
yeah, and
But like,
preferable in society. It doesn't really carry your breast, like it holds it up, but it doesn't change the mass in our body, and we don't feel lighter. Trust me. So.
yeah,
no, but like, but like, isn't like, without wearing it, it would like, God, I still feel like
Floppy, floppy.
Yeah. Thank you for saying it for me. I cannot say that.
Well, actually, like, think about this. Like, I know. Wait, hang on. I'm trying to find an example. But, like, why do you think floppy is bad? Is it because like society puts a concept of it?
No,
Like, if you really think about it, it's just because we follow the society's standards for too long. So we tend to to not normalize weird looking shape
yeah.
breasts,
Like it's
okay.
it has become a taboo in many countries just to think about it. And that's crazy. And in many countries, especially the ones in the Middle East, well, you guys know that they have like Jesus Christ, an
Like,
entire blanket
They have to cover
on
their
their
face.
head and cover their faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I don't really understand that, but I do respect them, but
Yeah,
I don't
be
understand
honest,
that.
that's
That's
culture.
a more religious, like
Yeah,
it's a
I
more,
respect that.
like it's a more
I still don't understand though.
like it's a more religious side, but like if you're saying that the monks in Buddhism, like you make them have to eat meat just because you think that meat is better than vegetable, then it's gonna be very weird. It's because it's just what they believe in. So I'm thinking that in the countries where they have to, have have to cover their faces and have a hood over their head, it's kind of like a belief almost. It's not really something the government. I don't think that's something the government could decide, but more of a people's thing. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just
true,
Exactly.
true.
Yeah, because like this side is more changing people's point of view rather than fighting the government like how feminism did back then. So I won't compare like if anything's harder than another, but it's still a hard thing. Like changing someone's point of view more than a society's point of view is
Yeah.
difficult. Like there are many risks of doing so.
Well, yeah, like subjectively saying the grass always greener on the other side, right?
God damn it! Why do you have to be so philosophical?
Well,
Why do you have to be so
oh,
idiomatic?
I'm sorry. The grass always less green than the other side. It basically means that something that is pretty strange to us, yeah, are just
Yeah,
an ordinary things for the people there. Yeah, and it's really weird and hard to say about these topics.
It's like bizarre to us. Just the same way as how like foreigner come to Vietnam and would like be amazed by, I guess, the traffic, for example.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and I just think of a question. So, what do you think about Vietnamese
You
women?
just thought
And
Oh yeah, we haven't
Yeah,
talked about
it's
that.
big talk. So, to make it a bit easier, I hope, I guess we will discuss women from literature and compare them to real life. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a nice idea.
and
Okay, so yeah, you
but
take it,
yeah,
Felix.
and since woman is such a big topic in Vietnamese literature, I think it's a good way for us to study about them. And the first thing is that have you noticed any difference between the women in literature and in real life in the modern day? Anyone?
Ooh. Um. Well.
I think
they are more independent.
I think they haven't changed that much. They are more independent, yes, but their love for their family and their what do you call it? Like they would do literally anything to keep their family together and to give them enough food and clothes to put on. So I think that they haven't changed much from that aspect from the past to modern, but they have become more independent and they became, well, I would say, true to show the social standards more. Like not kind of like that, but like in a modern standards is what I was trying to
Yeah,
say.
and one of the
Well.
qualities that that's to me is well pretty is that people often refer women to as being faithful. I completely agree with this, but do you think it's too extreme to do just what the woman in literature in our modern day like this?
Honestly,
Wait,
Like they
what? Wait,
go.
no, like, can you
Oh,
please be more
it's a
specific?
point that Marina just said that when we were young, women have to listen to their father, and when they have husband, when they're married, they have to listen to their husband. when they get older. Yeah,
Like
and like, do you think it's
like ha, like do you think it is too like
yeah,
extreme
or
for
like
a
it
woman
take
to
away your
li-
freedom?
yeah.
I mean, it has a level. Like you gotta be faithful, you know that because yeah, there will be a time when you love someone and you're willing to do anything to them. This is more like on a love side, but like obeying them and doing literally anything for them without realizing like will it does any harm to you, that is considered toxic. Because like yes, women has the right to be faithful. Wait, no, like everyone has to be
Agree,
faithful.
agree, agree.
Wait, but you gotta like in this modern world, you gotta also be awake enough to realize that this doing so is beneficial to you, or does that really make you happy? Like, are you willing to do that? Because if you're not, and you just did that due to like their orders, like yeah, you know that, it is toxic. It's something we
Yeah,
shouldn't
and
follow.
well, I understand that many women who fall in toxic relationships. That's really unfortunate, and on some level, they really want to get out of that, but they face one big obstacle. It's the society. Yeah, especially in the Vietnamese culture, being unfaithful is like well, a taboo. Yeah, it's must not be done. How do you feel about that?
Like, what do you mean? How do I feel? Of course I feel like that.
Yeah,
Like, imagine your girlfriend just cheating on you. Like, oh my god, this guy has 6 packs, not like you.
Do you think it will change though? Like, do you think it like the Vietnamese culture
oh my god.
No, I mean,
will? You got a
I
got a
mean,
more
like
positive
in
answer.
the future.
Yeah,
I mean, in the
Yeah,
future,
yeah.
man. I mean, I think like Vietnam needs to be more open about polyamorous relationships,
what's that?
but being faithful
what's that
is
word?
something.
Yeah. Please explain that word. Please
What?
explain that word.
Are you like doing this for the audience, or you seriously don't know?
Partly for the audience,
Okay.
mostly
Me
because I
too, me
don't
too.
know. I'm not a
Polyamorous.
I'm not a
Polyamorous.
I'm not a Felix. I'm not a philosopher.
No, I don't know
right?
that too.
Just
A polyamorous relationship, or you can call that short as being poly, is actually being attracted to several people at the same time, and meaning you love multiple people at the same time. But like that is completely different to cheating, because polyamorous involves like the voluntarily the weight, like the like your partner. For example, if you have like a partner already, but you are poly and you suddenly realize you're in love with another person, then if you have your partner's agreement, like they're like, oh, you're poly, I respect that, you can go love that person, then it is called a poly. But if they don't give you permission, but you're still go on and love the other person while hiding from your partner, then that's cheating. Like that's 2 different things.
wow. That
And poly relationships is like you gotta spread the love, man. You don't date the other person because like you lose feelings. You've lost feelings for your partner, no, because you love them both equally. And because like I said, like you have said, Vietnam's like over the top reaction of being faithful as like you gotta stick to one person your whole life, something like that, has affected us for so long. I think the term of polyamorous relationship will be introduced and accepted for a really long time later on, not right now yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what to add, to be honest. Wasn't
It's a
expecting
new
that.
topic,
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's a neat
but
topic.
that need to be
But like,
addressed.
do you think that will be like something that literally anyone in the world would accept it? Of course, except
No.
for the people who have who are in this condition, which is what was it? I cannot say this word.
Poly.
Poly-
You can just say poly. You can just say
Poly
poly.
relationship. Okay, poly relationship. So except from people who are engaged in poly relationship, anyone except from that will agree to do this. Like, I understand your thing.
It is a new topic to be like introduced into, so it can be hard to accept at the first moment. Because imagine you have a girlfriend, right? And your girlfriend just comes up to you and say, "I'm Polly. I fell in love with another person. Can I have another boyfriend?" Of course, it will be like unbelievable, and it's kind of hard to accept, you know, because like that thought of her being unloyal will kick in, whether or not you know that being poly doesn't mean that way, but it will kick in. So it's really hard to accept at first. I think society needs some severe time to take it in slowly.
I feel like
But yeah,
for women specifically, the topic of polyamorous relationship gonna be, I guess, really hard to be accepted because
I know, like especially in adults, and it would wait, Eastern countries, yeah, because it's more popular in Western though.
yeah, mostly because of we were taught from a young age to be faithful in relationship,
Yeah,
and especially like in literature, like we just discussed. I actually have I guess, a neighbor. Um, I don't know if this is a example of polyamorous relationship, but he actually like have two wives, and both of his wife actually uh, perfectly fine with him doing it. So that
yeah, it is poly.
that's interesting that you bring up this topic, but it's really hard to imagine like a woman doing the same thing, like having two husbands. Like it's just something really hard for society to accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but like
It is evolving slowly,
Just,
but it is evolving.
just backward.
So you gotta like take some time and like yeah, you just gotta wait. Maybe the next 300 years or so, I don't know, but you
Yeah.
just gotta wait.
I think there is a situation where this might work that I just thought of. So by having two different person having in a relationship, we call that a couple, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
what if two couples live in the same house, but two couples only makes up makes up from 3 person?
Wait, what?
Like
Wait, what?
the person with that engage in polyamorous relationship loves both of the others at the same time and at the same rate, and like if they could just find a way to not make the other boyfriend or the other girlfriend feels jealous and both of their relationship really tighten and satisfied, I think that it could work.
Yeah, it could. Like, that's polyamorous. Like, right. It's just making multiple person feel special, not leaving anyone
Yeah.
out.
That's really interesting. Okay, back to our topic.
Sorry.
And it's too
I'm so
interesting
sorry.
to
We
talk
really
about.
went sidetracked. Wait, wait.
You okay?
Give me a minute. I'm thinking of something to ask.
And what are you gonna put, like, elevator music in?
Oh, all right.
Perhaps.
Okay, so there's this topic. I don't know if you've known it yet. It's a bit. This is gonna be a bit weird.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be-
Just share about it.
like
Bro,
Well-
we
well,
literally
Red.
talk about bra today. I feel
so-
like a
so-
pervert.
so-
Now,
Uh,
go for it, man.
what do you think about sexually appealing character in stories, movies, and video games? Should they be sexually adapted, or should they be,
Well,
casually adapted into?
What?
Oh,
Like
What?
woman,
wow.
woman
What?
image?
Like, yeah, like women in
Oh.
movie and video games should, like, the acts of making women attractive in movie and video game and etc. Is it like objectifying a woman looks?
Oh, I see.
Like-
I see.
I- I-
Yeah. Goes on.
Is that bad?
I
Oh,
don't
like-
see.
That's a
you-
really nice topic. Nice,
Well,
nice,
like
bro.
you only put like the most attractive woman on display, and for the rest, no, there's no chance for them.
Wow.
I don't think that applies for women, because I think like that applies for everyone.
Oh, yeah, men too.
Really?
Like, can you explain further on that?
You know how ads, like advertisement, don't talk about games, like just advertisement, always put good looking women and men on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like example, let's talk about like what you've talked about, games, right? If you go into a game and there's this section where you can choose your character, like makeup, and choose their hair, something like that, you never see like a fat woman or a fat man.
Oh,
No,
Yeah.
but that's
You see the standard body
But-
type, you know, like they choose the
Yeah.
most attractive ones to put in a game or anything else.
but like that is let's say that's a customizable game, but say something like Marvels or some other mainstream games like League of Legends, Dota, you see into the character, there are literally not enough customization to make a fat woman. But should they do it? Like, should they?
Bro, would
Yeah.
you play if there was an NPC, like a really fat NPC, just come to you like, hey, I own
Jesus
a
Christ, you're one of
drugstore,
them.
come in? Would you play that?
No. But like, we're asking if like the standardizing of beautiful women in
yeah.
Entertainment media, is that like a bad thing? Like, like the bigger question is like, should women be judged by their appearance? Like yeah, that's the question.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is from a woman. This is from a woman, folks. We're not saying it.
It's
Like,
it's a big difference between like body positivity and supporting like
Oh,
anything else like obesity or something like that, because you know how pretty is defined, and pretty in women, in modern days, of course there are standards, like way too high standards, and that appears most in eastern countries or so, but these standards today, like majority today, these standards come from health standards, because even though, like, if we shouldn't be body shaming others, but we shouldn't also be encouraging others to keep that body, you know?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like example, like an hourglass body, it's not because like it comes from being beautiful, because it comes from being healthy. It comes from being like having a balanced diet, and so, and if you look on real life, like if you go to college, university, and so, it's not a coincidence when girls start to focus on their looks more when they start to grow up. Like, it's not a coincidence, or it's not something for fun that people just invented makeup.
Wow, that
Because like looks do matter. It's not the priority type. It's not because like for example, if you say like don't love others for their looks or something, so of course you don't love them for looks, but you know what's your first impression about them? Your look.
Oh, yeah.
It's really something
It's just
that
a blatant lie.
That's a really good point, to be honest. Like that rock solid. I cannot.
rock solid.
Wow, wow. Seriously, that's a really good point that you just mentioned.
like it's not something that, of course, like pushing others to work on that posture or anything that standard too much is bad, but it's also bad if we keep encouraging others for like their unhealthy look. Like, you can't just keep going to a like an obesity woman and you're just like, damn girl, you're beautiful. No.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Wait, no, that's not how girls say it. Hang on. OMG, girl,
Jesus
wow.
Christ.
Oh my god, let's go!
No, you don't. You're saying that. You just, there has to be someone saying to them, please lose your weight. Like, you don't have body shaming. It's like literally harassing the other. This is just like simple criticism, you know?
Just like
Yeah, but-
advising
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
to
Looks do matter. Like, looks do matter. Like, you don't just
Constructed
like
criticism.
saying, yeah, like you just, for example, like you don't just say pimples are beautiful. They are not. They are not at all,
Yeah.
and they are unhealthy. You know that. So yeah, looks are important.
Yeah, agree.
It's just like we gotta know like between the limits of going towards the standardized beauty and encouraging all types of look. We gotta know the limits between these two, and you gotta like, you know, just stay in the middle. You know that? Yeah.
Okay, one more question. Like a lot of people assume that most jobs today are men dominated. Like most jobs today are dominated by men. Like you barely see any, like, let's say female officer or like
You do.
female yeah, I'm not saying there's none, but like there's few of them. Like most, like the most like I would say that in most field like cooking and stuff, like the topmost chef are mostly male. I would say that. Do you
Which is ironic, isn't it? Because like back in the days, women usually be the ones in the kitchen?
Yeah, it's quite ironic to be honest. Do you think the same though? Do you think that most jobs today are male dominated?
I don't really think that most jobs are male dominated. I don't really look at the general jobs because I only look at the fields, like which fields are men dominated and which fields are women dominated. For example, if you talk about like, I don't know, computer science, it's like 80% male already. But on the other hand, if you talk about like anything related to language
Yeah.
study,
Nursing
like
stuff.
psychology study, yeah, all that, it's women's major. Like, because like this is, I consider this is something more of a biological
Yeah.
advantage
agree.
because our brains developed differently. Like, for example, let's not talk about like future jobs. Let's just talk about something more about our age. Like, you know how we study in an elite school and that, and we go into a math major class or like a physics major class. You'd see like 75% of them are males. Like our physics major class in our grade, they only have 4 women. But on the other hand, if you go into a literature major class, then you'd see that there's only one guy, one dude, one male.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, it's more more something that our brain has grown and adapt into because if you're talking about jobs, I think that sexism and feminism has really developed its way into our modern world. I don't think there are any like limitations preventing any genders joining any fields. Like, there are women joining computer science because they know that they can do it and their ability to do it is like, yeah, they have the ability to do it. It's more like choosing job nowadays are more like you're deciding like whether or not you're able to do it more than rather than like a sexism topic. Yeah.
True.
Damn.
Bro, the guest is literally carrying this episode like she bringing in some really valid point and like she giving me ideas to edit this podcast. Let's go.
But like
free
the
content.
point is like I'm not prioritizing women at all in this topic, so I don't think like,
No.
yeah, I really went
Yeah,
for
No,
it's
the
all
topic.
about
but
sharing
like-
ideas. Well, it's
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Like I understand that this is supposed to be about Vietnamese Women's Day, but come on, who the hell in the right mind would talk about that? That's like
yeah.
more, everyone
Honestly.
says that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
too hard.
Honestly, like
No.
who?
That's too
Yeah,
hard.
who
Everyone-
would just send me like a whole schedule of questions based on women? Who would
No.
do that?
no.
Them boys, I feel like we should have more guests often. Like they literally carrying the podcast. Like I have to do nothing.
The mouth.
Well, yes, but actually,
Sit
though,
for yourself.
come, come on now, don't call me out like
The
that.
mouth.
All right, but I feel like we can end it here. Like Felix,
Ah.
you and after.
Okay, so wrapping up. Well, we've talked about beauty of women, both their outlook and their inner beauty. Well, and yeah, it's really cool that I don't know, man. There's so much going on inside my head right now.
It's fine.
Wait,
It's fine,
can I
bro.
do the outro?
Yeah, if you want to.
Totally,
Okay.
totally.
Man, that's
It's
brilliant.
fine, bro. Just take your time. Just
Let's
take your
go.
time. You know, we edit it out.
I can do anything, right?
Yeah.
Jen, woman, I just want to tell you that I appreciate you.
Aw.
And you're gonna know that we're never gonna give you up and never gonna
Oh
let
my
you down.
god!
Wait.
No!
Wait, what?
Wait, mastermind!
No.
Mastermind!
No.
You gotta
My
edit
God.
in.
How dare you? You came onto our podcast and rickroll us? How the audacity of this woman.
No, you gotta put in a Rickroll song there. Or
Well-
not, I'm suing.
Man, I appreciate that. Jesus Christ, you just rickrolled the entire school.
Jesus. Respect, bro.
Yeah.
Uh,
And yeah,
Wait, what did you say?
wait. Let's rewind this. Let's do it again. All right. Felix, starting you, and then Eddie will say the
No,
catchphrase.
I want my Rickroll.
no, we'll make sure to include that, Lamau.
Okay.
So yeah, to end this episode, thank you to all women, all girls and ladies, and bi and lesbians as well. We appreciate you, and remember to appreciate yourself. Peace. Eddie.
Eddie.
Remember that we've landed on the moon. I have no idea what you said, but I said it.
Never
Alright,
give
alright.
you up.
No,
Alright,
do not do that. One song.
No, that's my
Uh,
no, that's my job. Go away.
okay, let's stop.